welcome. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about Social Jive and Social Foxtrot. Okay, so this next 60 minutes, it's aimed for absolute beginners, for people that have never tried any kind of social dance, such as Jive or Foxtrot. And I'm just going to give you a quick overview before I start of why I like to teach these classes, especially to my beginners. So if you've never danced before and you've ever been out to a social function and the music's come on, you're at a wedding or a dinner dance or something, and people start to get up and dance and you're not quite sure what to do, and then you feel a little bit silly, this is something that I feel is really, really useful. So if you don't actually ever go off and learn any other kind of partner dancing whatsoever, I would say to you, just take a few lessons in Social Jive or Social Foxtrot, or even the two together. And I'll explain in a minute why the two together, because they absolutely are interchangeable. And you can do these dances very easily to lots and lots of styles of music. You don't need a specific type of music. Okay, so you could do this to Motown. Maybe there's some Motown music being played. Maybe there's some sort of 70s, 80s disco music being played. Maybe that's at a wedding. You could get a Social Foxtrot in. You can also get the Social Jive in to a lot of types of music. So there's a lot of upbeat music there. And I'm going to play for you today not those songs that I would love you to dance to. Why? Because YouTube does restrict us on what music we can play, and quite rightly so. I appreciate that things are copyrighted. So in the class today, I'm actually going to use some music that's authorized by YouTube for me to use on the videos. However, in the listing underneath, if you have a little look in the description underneath, I've actually posted a link to a Spotify playlist which I've prepared, and it has a very nice selection of about 9 or 10 Social Jive songs and about 9 or 10 Social Foxtrot songs. And a lot of them, they're very famous songs on there. You'll recognize all of the singers and you'll be like, wow, I didn't know that I could actually dance either of those dances to that type of music. So later on, after the class, when you're ready, just have a little look in the description, just click it, open up the music, and you will see. So a couple of the ones I wanted to point out to you, which you'd recognize, I have to write them down, otherwise I wouldn't remember. Amy Winehouse, Back to Back. Okay, that was a really big hit, and that's perfect. And the reason that that's perfect is because it's a nice medium tempo. It's upbeat enough. It was a very popular song. It gets played a lot at discos and weddings, and we can dance either dance. Okay, now the count of the music is what I'm going to talk to you about first before we get on with the steps. Now, the count of the music, if you're quite musical, you'll understand this a little bit better. But if you're not and you don't understand anything about musical theory, don't panic. All I need you to do is think about counting 1 to 8. And in the music, you will hear a nice, steady, rhythmic pattern of counting 1 to 8 in most of our pieces of music. Okay, and especially the ones I put on the list. In our Social Jive and our Social Foxtrot, we actually use roughly 6 or 8 counts for most of the steps. Okay, so every little step that we would do has a 6 count or an 8 count, and it fits very, very nicely in with the music. Now, like I said, I can't play a lot of those songs for you today because they're copyrighted. However, I have found a couple of songs that were made in the 1940s, and when the songs are over 70 years old, I should be okay to play a little clip for you onto the video today. So they're going to be quite old. Leanne Rimes, 16 Tons. Okay, if you're into country, a lot of the softer country, you'll find a lot of these songs do really, really well for both styles of dance. Neil Young, Rod Stewart, there's a lot of people in there, Van Morrison, Moondance, that are really popular songs. You would find them at a lot of social functions, and they're going to be great, and they're all in the playlist. So, first of all, we're going to have a little look at the Social Foxtrot. Now, remember, we would normally do this with a partner, and today I've adapted the class just to give you an idea of the sort of basic steps and the basic rhythm so that you can get going, okay? And again, normally we wouldn't be social distancing, we'd have a partner here, and I'd be saying to you, I don't know if you can see that nicely on the wall, I know it's a little bit bright in here, I've got a poster saying lady, and I've got a poster saying man, and then every time I'm on one particular side of the room, you'll see which side I'm on as to whether I'm being a man or a lady. So that would obviously make sense, okay? However, we are just going to do some basic steps. The only difference being when you're with your partner is that if someone was going forwards, the other one will be going back. And if someone's starting on the right, the other person's starting on the left. Okay, but this is just an essence of each of those. And I've called it solo dance so that we can just dance this on our own. And you can have a little practice around your living room, no partner required. So we're not even going to be stuffy and stand up here in a big ballroom hold or anything like that at all. Okay, all we're going to do is start to move. I'm probably the same as all of you, trying to find a space in my house to dance. Living room has been converted, okay, and here we are, the same as anyone else. I have a small-ish space in my living room. I can't go too far. Hopefully you can see this nice and clearly, but I've got a sofa, I've got a fireplace, I've put the speaker here. Watch your space as you're going around. Now, first of all, I'm going to talk to you about slow and quick. So slow is 2 counts. Quick is 1 count, okay? So in terms of numbers, if I said 1 and 2 together, that would be a slow. If I just said 1, that's a quick, okay? That's all I need you to remember. I'm going to face this way, and we're going to start with our very, very first pattern, and I'm going to start with my left foot. So I'm just going to step and face away for you. We're going to do a nice little walk. Now, I want you to move slightly to the right of your space, okay? Just slightly to the side. And I'm going to go walk, walk, side together. So I started with my left foot and I did 2 little walks. I did that again. And I did walk, walk, side together. Timing for that. Slow counts first. I'm going to go slow, slow, quick, quick. So in terms of the numbers, I would be doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when I'm counting with the music, if I was just counting the numbers, as we do in the music, we normally count numbers. We say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you hear dance teachers say 5, 6, 7, 8, and go. That's where the numbers are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. However, I haven't got enough breath space to say all of that and tell you what we're doing. So we're going slow and quick for now. Here I go. Forwards on my left. Walk, walk, side together. Okay? Now, I'm just going to do the same thing backwards. Walk, walk, side together. That's all I need you to do. We'll do that once more. And we're going walk, walk, side together, and walk, walk, side together. I've gone on the assumption that we don't have much space at all, okay, and we really need to watch the space that we've got, okay, so that's where I am. Don't worry if the screen resolution is cutting off the top of my head. You don't really need to see the top of my head. Yes, I am quite tall, but I've faced the camera down just mostly so you can see my feet. And again, you don't need to see the top of my head. So if I stick my arm up, I'm not going to, but if I did, okay, you're not going to see the top of my hands, but it's important that you can see the foot space. Number 2 on my list, a box step, okay? One of the most useful steps in any kind of social dancing. Now, the box step in itself appears in lots of our partner dancing. And the idea of a box step is literally what it says, to take a square, literally a square, or a box shape, and to dance as though we're going around that shape, okay? And it appears in lots of our partner dancing. All we have is a little bit of a change of rhythm depending on which dance it's being danced in, okay? So let me show you what's going to happen now. I'm actually going to start my box step here, and I'm going to be going slightly forwards on my left, side on my right, and close on my left. I'm then going to take my right foot back, go to the side, and close. Now, it's a great thing about teaching from home and not in the dance studio. We have props like cushions. My cushion is a nice big square shape, i.e. a box. I put that on the floor. You might want to do the same. And this is going to remind me of where I'm going. Okay, so example. I start at this front corner of my box. I go forwards, side, together. I then go back, side, together. Forwards, side, together. and back, side, together. Hopefully you've got the idea of what a box step is. And like I said, in lots of different dances, it appears and we just have slightly different timing, a couple of little quirky tweaks, but the whole principle of the box step is the same. So with the slows and the quicks, I give you that one, we've got a slight change. The first one we had was slow, slow, quick, quick. Okay, 2 slows and 2 quicks. This one's different. This one's going to be 1 slow and 2 quicks. So this one's going to go slow, quick, quick. Slow, quick, quick. Now you might want to just hold your arms up for a little bit of balance. I forgot to say that. Again, it doesn't need to look anything pretty, just needs to be so that we don't fall over. Let me do that box step once more without hesitating in the middle. It's a continuous step, so we need to keep going and going. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. So as you can see, it doesn't actually let you travel very far. The idea of the box step is actually that you're staying on the spot. By the time you've completed it, you're back to where you started. So again, perfect for the living room. If you were taking this to the dance floor, you would actually be staying on the spot. Other dancers would be coming and going around you, and you would just have to watch out that other people don't bump into you. Now, we do have a second option with this box step, and that is to put in some rotation, okay? So when you watch this, and those that are watching it live, brilliant, you're just going to have to keep up with me. But if you take this again and you watch the video again, use the little function on the YouTube at the bottom of the screen, the little cog, which allows you to open up the playback speeds and just use the recording in a slightly slower speed so that you can see the feet more clearly if you need to. We're going to put rotation in. So this is a slightly more exciting way of doing the box step. Same basic step, but I'm going to put the rotation in. Now, as I do my box step forwards, I can take side, close, exactly how we did before. Or I can take my forward step and do a little bit of a quarter turn. So I can do forwards, side together. And I've looked to the side wall. Now bear with me, because this is a little bit more technical. I go back on my right and take another quarter turn. I'm looking at my back wall. Okay, that's my camera. I'm then going to go again, forwards, quarter turn, back, quarter turn. So again, if I take my cushion, and like I say, you might need to watch this a couple of times on the replay, but there's my cushion, there's my box. I am essentially going to all 4 corners of the box. So I will move to my front corner, side, close. I will step back, side, close. I will go forwards, side, close, and back, side, close. Okay, so that's the good visual. I know the steps need to be a little bit more dance-like, and we're going to make them flow. But so you can see, I was rotating anti-clockwise. Okay, so I was rotating towards my left. All right, so I was going here. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Okay, so that's if you want to put the rotation in for the box step. Now, I'm going to leave that out just for the moment. I'm going to take that rotation out. That's a little bit extra homework for you. And let's just go with the box step without rotation, purely for the purposes of filming this for you. And so you can see this. It is easier not to have too much rotation when you're doing a routine and you're trying to watch it on YouTube. Okay, so we've got 2 sets of steps. Let's do all of them together. So I start with my basic first. I'm going to start a little bit to one side. I'm going walk, walk, side together. Walk, walk, side together. Now do the box step, but don't rotate, just so you can see what's happening. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Okay, so that's our basic forwards and back and our box step without the rotation. Number three, if I was teaching this class over a period of a few weeks, maybe we're doing a 6-week course, I would have this a little bit later on in the class. However, that's because we will be traveling around the room and dancing properly in a big space. But this step comes later on. It's a little bit more tricky, but it's actually great for staying in one small space. So let's have a little go. I'm going to go forwards, side. I'm going to go a little bit of a cross behind and look to my side wall. So I'm on the angle, about 45 degrees, looking to my corner. I'm going to slide. Look at my wall, go to the side and cross. Slide, side and cross. Do not worry about footwork. Don't worry about all the fancy stuff that us ballroom teachers go on about. This is not the purpose for today. Today is just to get you some basic steps that you can do in your socks, in your trainers, in your living room, barefooted, whatever. Just make sure that you're comfortable on the floor that you're on and you're not going to hurt your feet. Okay, let's try that again. Here I am. I go forwards, side, cross, slide, side, cross, slide, side, cross. On the last one, this will be the 4th one, I'm going to actually close my feet. So I'm going to go slide, side and close. Okay, so that's the cool thing. Now, for those of you that are watching this live, thank you so much for joining me. If you see me looking in 2 or 3 different places, I have the camera at the front, I've got my laptop for the actual program there, and I've got a big screen to one side where I can see the chat. So if anything is unclear and anyone's on live that wants to ask me a question, please do so in the chat. And in a couple of minutes time, I'll answer anything that you would like to ask. Okay, so let me just carry on a couple more steps. Next one we're going to do. We're going to do a little rocking step. Okay, I had to make a list so I can remember. My rocking step is my forwards on my left, and then I rock back on my right, and then I take a little side close. Okay, so I'm going to rock, rock, side together. And again, with the rocking step, we usually use this to make a little bit of rotation. So we don't normally just do it square on. I'll be making a slight rotation to my left. So take a little look. This is what it's going to look like. Rock, rock, side together. Again, it's one of those steps that takes you all around the room. So if you look at the different walls, hopefully you're in a room with 4 walls and you're not in a circular room. If you are, it's a little bit more tricky, but I've got a front wall. I've got a side wall where my sofa is. I've got the side wall where my fireplace is or my speaker, etc. Okay, so I'm going to look at all 4 walls. Let's go around the room. Okay, so I'm going to go rock, rock, side together. I'm facing my left wall. I do the same thing. I'll end up facing my back wall, which is where my camera is. Rock, rock, side together. Here I am facing the camera. You should be looking away to the back of your room, away from your screen, to the opposite side of wherever your screen is. I appreciate you're probably cranking your neck to keep looking at the screen, but essentially your body's facing away. Let's do it once more. We're going to rock, rock, quarter turn to the left. I'm now facing my speaker side. One more, rock, rock, quarter turn, and I'm now facing the front. Okay, so that's where I am with my rock step. Stay with me because we're going to go all the way back to the beginning. And we're going to piece these steps very, very slowly together, okay? So first of all, we had our basic. Start slightly off to your side. Walk, walk, side together. Walk, walk, side together. Now we did the box step. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Now, like I said, we did that without rotation for the moment. Later on, I'll give you the rotation. You can see what that looks like. The next one we did was our interpretation of an open twinkle. Officially, it's called an open twinkle, but we've adapted it slightly for today's class. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. We closed our feet. Now we've got our little rocking step. Rock, rock, quarter turn. And just for now, that's all we're going to do with that quarter turn. I'm not going to go all the way around the room on the rock step in this little routine, just so that we can get some practice with the music. Last step I want to show you. I've got one more I want to show you, but let's just do that again. I'm going to go tiny little bit quicker, okay? Starting position. Now, walk, walk, side together. Walk, walk, side together. Okay? Next step, our box step. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Let's start our open twinkle. That's our slide and our cross. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, side close, and our rock step. Rock, rock, side together. Okay? Once more, tiny bit quicker this time, and then we add on that very last step. 5, 6, 7, and slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, box, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, open twinkle, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, closing. I rock, side together, and I'm facing my new wall. Okay, now let's add in the very last step. Okay, like I said, this is completely living room friendly and completely solo dance friendly. That's all we need. This little small space. Little sway step. Okay, so my sway step is all quick. I'm going to go step, touch, step, touch, step, step. Okay, so when I say step, I actually mean step on it, put the weight. If I say touch, there's no weight. It's just a little like tap, and then that foot goes off again. So step and touch. Let's go again. Step, touch, step, touch, step, step. Okay, 6 little quicks. Okay, quick, 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 quick. And again, 5, 6, 7, and quick, 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 quick. Did you miss it? Let's do it once more. 5, 6, 7, and a quick, 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 quick. Okay, so again, that's nice and quick. It's all quick steps. That's going to take us 6 single counts. Let's put that in to the end of our routine. Now, where's it going to be? It's going to be when I'm facing my side wall. Remember, I did a rock step. Everything else was facing my front. Got to my rock step. It takes me to my left wall. And when I'm facing my left wall, I'm going to hang out and do my little sway step. Okay, that's a sway step. So let's see if we can do the whole thing together. From the top. Lots of hand signals. From the top, whole thing. And walk, walk, side together, walk, walk, side together, box, side together, slow, side together, slow, side together, slow, and the twinkle, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, and close together. Rock, rock, side together. Quick, 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 quick. Did we get it? Now, we're going to attempt this with the music. Like I said, YouTube, I have to be careful which music I use, so I have to use this extremely interesting, authorized and legal, non-copyrighted music, which is not quite what we would normally dance to, but like I said, the link in the description there has got the really nice, cool music that you can go ahead and practice to after the session. So, do not think this is my poor choice of music, but this keeps us right and legal on YouTube. I've slowed it down for us. 5, 6, 7, and box step. Twinkle. Step, tap, step, tap, step, close. Told you it was lovely music. We're going to go from the top, whole thing. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and walk, step. Twinkle. Close your feet, rock, step. Step, tap, step together. Hope we're doing okay. Like I said, music's not overly exciting, but that's just to keep us right on YouTube. So, any questions, queries, and problems, type them in the little box. I've got my big screen here and I can see those. Now, we are facing the side wall, and I'm assuming that you guys will try and practice this at some point after you've seen this and, you know, replay it and whatever. So, what I'd like you to do is attempt the whole routine facing every wall of your room, because it's designed to be a small, square, living room friendly option. Okay, so I've finished with my sway step. I've closed my feet. I'm now facing the other wall. This is sometimes one of the hardest things that people find to do, is to turn things around the room and look at the steps differently. So let's go. I'm going to face this side as well. Let's go do it here. I'm going to go walk, walk, side together, walk, walk, side together, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. Give me the open twinkle, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, rock, step, slow, side together, step, tap, and step together. We're now facing the back of the room. You shouldn't be looking at your screen. Hopefully you've got the idea. Now, if you remember about 20 minutes ago, I talked about the box step being rotational. Let's look at the option where we rotate that box step. Okay, so in our routine, it would mean that we would rotate all the way. We'd be doing it 4 times, so we'd rotate and we'll end up still facing the front wall. So this is what it will look like in the routine if you take the box step to the rotation. We walk first, walk, walk, side together, walk, walk, side together. Now, rotation on the box step. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Yes, 4 of them. Puts me back where I started. Now my open twinkle. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. Close my feet. A rock step. Slow, slow, quick, quick. And finish with my sway. Step, tap, step together. Optional rotation with the box step. Okay, let's put that in and we'll do it with the music just once more. Let's see if we can do that, and I will put the rotation in so you can see it and then you can play that back later on. Start to one side. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and rotate your box step. Open twinkle. Rock it. Face the side. Step, step together. We walk, walk. Side together, walk, walk. Rotate your box step. rock step. Face the back of your room. Step, tap, tap. Start again. Walk, walk. Side together. Walk, walk. Box step, with or without the rotation. Good, rock. Sway. Start again. Box step, we've got 4. Twinkle. Close the feet. 1 rock step. Face the front, sway to finish. There we go. Okay, so there's a tiny little introduction to our social foxtrot and having adapted that so that it is living room friendly. I started the steps on my left foot. That traditionally would be the man's leading foot. Okay, so if anyone gets to dance this with a partner in the future, that would be the man's side, and ladies will start with the right foot and do everything reverse, mirror image. Okay, just to give you an idea, just in case anyone's like, why are we always starting on the left foot? But that was just to give you a nice little introduction. So you can practice that around your living room, adapt that to the small space. And like I said, social foxtrot, it can be done to lots and lots of types of music. Like I said, check it out in the playlist. There's lots in there. All right, I'm going to move on because now I'm going to play you a song, which I'm hoping is YouTube approved and doesn't get me taken off. Okay, it's a small song called Layla, which has obviously original recording artists, but this is actually a copy, and this is actually from a ballroom band. But I want you to just hear a tiny bit. I'm just going to play a few seconds so you can hear the rhythm. And this is what you could be dancing to, something similar to this.
You've been running and hiding much too long. You know it's just your foolish pride, Layla. You got me on my knees, Layla. I'm begging, darling, please, Layla. Darling, won't you ease my baby?
Like I said, I'm just playing a few second snippets, so YouTube doesn't tell me off for playing someone else's music, okay? But that's to give you an idea. There's some lovely music in there. Now, jive, okay? Everyone has a different version of what jive is. And people say, is it swing? Is it jive? Is it rock and roll? Okay, the whole genre of swing is massive, okay? So whether you're from the States or whether you're from the UK or whether you're from somewhere else, you're going to hear different terminology. Within that massive umbrella of swing dancing, there are lots and lots of different styles of dance. Every single one of them has a slightly different flavor. Every single one of them has some similar steps and some very different steps, okay? Now, what I term as social jive is what you would dance mostly when you're out and about, okay? So some music comes on, some lovely 80s music actually that's very good for this. For example, Wham. Okay, there's some great Wham songs up there. I like a lot of the 80s stuff, so there's a lot of Wham. There's some Phil Collins songs out there. Again, I've put them in the playlist so you can listen to them. Nice, upbeat tempo, nice and fast, or slightly slower. And with the social jive, we are not aiming to become professional ballroom dancers. Okay, so we have the ballroom jive. Remember, all the ballroom and Latin, all the international standard, that's what we call our ballroom and our international Latin, or coming from the States, they have the American style for everything. They have taken the original dances born out of the 1940s and 50s, and then they standardize them and put them with all of the structure for ballroom and Latin dancing. Okay, so that's one element. So you might see on YouTube lots of videos and people are doing all the very, very fancy flicks and the little chasses, okay, and there's a lot of fancy work, okay? That's for the competitions and the medal tests. We don't need to do all of that. We just need to calm down a little bit and come out to what I call social jive. Now, elements of this you can choose whether you do a chasse version, which is the little side close side, or you can do what we call here a rock step jive, which is also sometimes called a rock and roll jive. And again, we have rock and roll and boogie woogie. Rock and roll tends to be how it's called a little bit more in the States. Boogie woogie tends to be how it's called a little bit more in Europe. Lots of different influences, but these tend to be danced a little bit more sitting down and into the legs and a little bit more leaning back, okay? I'm not going to teach you that. I'm teaching you just a little bit of social jive, which comes with a little bit of chasse and a few of the main moves. The top 6 moves I can teach you to, for example, get up on a Saturday night in a wedding or something, okay? If you want to join me for the partner version of this, then look on my website, look on the different details. I'm going to be doing a different one for partner work, which shows you how to turn and correspond with a partner. This today is just for solo dancing to get you the rhythm and get you to understand what's going on in jive. So let's have a little look at our feet. A chasse is only side, close, side. Okay, that's what a chasse is. We use the chasse step in lots of styles of dance. So if someone says to you, do a chasse, no matter what style you're dancing, you know that a chasse is side, close, side. Okay, doesn't matter what it's in. So we're going side, close, side. Side, close, side. Now, when the jive gets very fast and the music's really high tempo, that becomes this. Side, and side, and side, and side. And before you know it, you're jumping all over the place and the sweat pouring off you. And you're like, wow, that's a little bit fast. In those circumstances, we come down to what's sometimes called the rock and roll jive, or a slow jive, or just a rock step jive. It doesn't matter what you call it, but it takes up the same amount of counts in the music, so the moves can be done exactly the same. All I'm going to do now is go with my ball of my foot and my heel of my foot, and I'm just going to slow down. I'm going to leave the chasse out. I'm going to go rock and rock, rock and rock, and rock and rock. Now, you don't even have to do the ball heel, although the ball heel makes it easy for us to keep on time with the music. You could just go step and wait, but you lose a little bit of the rhythm and the flavor. So if you're going to do the slow version, try and put the ball, then the heel down, a rock and a rock and a rock and a rock and a little rock, okay? That will be the same count. So we talk about the counts. I said a little bit earlier on about the counting. For everyone that likes the numbers, the chasse in social jive, not in the competition stuff, which, like I say, separate entity, put that to one side because that's a little bit different. Social jive for normal person trying to get up on a Saturday night on a dance floor, side, close, side, 1 and 2. It's a 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. It's just a little 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Now, if someone comes to you and says, oh, that's not quite right, you need to be syncopating. Syncopating? What's syncopating? I'm just about going side to side here. Syncopation is where we hold a little bit of the count as long as possible and delay our step to the very last minute just before the beat comes in, okay? We do that in all the competition stuff. We don't need to do that on Saturday night when we're chilling out and you're drinking and there's jiving and, you know, you're having a good time. So don't worry about the crazy stuff. Syncopation is a little bit harder, but we don't need to worry about that. We're just going 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Move and move and move and move. You see all these really slick videos on YouTube with these lovely, great teachers teaching you all this wonderful stuff in these beautiful studios? Not today. All I need you guys to do is move in your living rooms. Now, that's the idea. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So that's our nice little bit of jive rhythm. All we would do if we were going with a partner is put that together with a little rocking step. And I'm going to face the front. So any ladies watching, ladies, this is what you have. You have a rock step back on your right, replace the weight on your left. Okay? So that's a right and a left. Any gentlemen watching, you'd be doing this on the left foot. So you'd be going back, replace. Once more, back, replace. So if you come to partner dancing, all you're going to do is 2 of these chasses and 1 of these little rock steps, and then you're away. So as a man, you would have this, side, close, side, side, close, side, and rock, step. As a lady, you would have the other side, right, left, and rock, step. Okay? Now, some of you might be saying, well, I've had a jive lesson before and I started with the back step and then I did the two little side chasses. Why are we starting the other way? In a Saturday night, it really doesn't matter whatsoever, okay? But social jive tends to be danced a little bit more with the side to side starting first and a rock step coming after. The ballroom jive, the competition side of things, like I said, is very different, but we would then start with the back first. And then all that does is emphasize the first beat of the bar being a little bit stronger with the preparation back step, but it really doesn't matter. You can go with whatever feels comfortable. If you dancing with your partner, just agree what version you want to do, okay? Nobody cares. It's you on a Saturday night trying to get up and do a jive. So that's the practical part of jive. That's the idea. I'm going to play you, like I said, one of our YouTube friendly songs, not my choice. Look in the description afterwards and look for some nicer songs that I wrote in the description. I gave you the playlist. This is a YouTube friendly one. That means that I am not going to get in any trouble. Okay. I'm going to just show you the speed. 5, 6, 7, and I'm on a lady's timing. Back step, side. Okay, now I go as a man. I'm a man. Back step. Okay, so it's quite quick, okay? Very quick. You want to come up out of the heels, okay? If you've got a big flat foot on the floor, you've got more friction because you've got more shoe in contact with the floor. So you want to come up a little bit out into the balls of the feet, bring the heels up a little bit, and it's a lot of work around the tops of the legs. Now, that's the fast version. I'm going to do the slow version with the little rocks. So we're going to go rock, 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 rock. There's our rocking. Okay, I'll just show you the man. Rock, rock, back step, rock, rock, back step. And the ladies, rock, rock, back step, rock, rock, back step. So that's your nice slow version that you can do, okay? That's again when you're dancing with the partner. I just do a little few seconds of the slow version with this lovely music. So if it's too fast, the music, take the slow version. I'll be a lady first. 5, 6, 7, and rock, rock. And a man side. 5, 6, 7, and. Okay, so that's our little idea of what a beginner's jive basic step would look like, and that's how we would have our partner in front of us, and we're doing a complete mirror image of our partner, okay? Now, let's look at what we're going to do today. This is a little living room friendly solo jive practice. So we've got the basic, we've got the idea of what a basic would look like, and now just a nice little routine just to get us into the music, albeit the nice practice music, but the cool stuff is in the description below. We've got lots of things in jive which do tap and flick, okay? So it doesn't matter. I don't need to face the back for this one. You can hopefully just see this. Tap, step, tap, step, tap, step, tap. Tap the foot and then step on it. And a tap, and a tap. Tap, step, tap, step, tap, step. Good. Nice and simple, okay? We've had our chasses, which we've talked about, one side and then the other. Doesn't matter whether you're starting on the left foot or the right foot because this is in the living room. And now we're going to look at the little flicks. So remember I said to you in the ballroom jive, we do a lot of flicks. and we're just extending from the knee, pointing the toe. So it's a little bit like this, flick, and it comes back. So in the really technical terms, we're doing this retraction. So it's a little boom. It's like you're just trying to throw something off the end of your shoe. Don't worry about that. Who cares? Just do something. Doesn't matter. If it's not perfect, just click, okay? Just don't do it too hard that you hurt your knees if you're not used to doing it. So just some little kicks in time with the music, when we get the music, okay? And now, your exciting step for today. And then we put it together in our little pattern, living room friendly, of course. This is your challenging step. Again, it's a little bit more difficult. I am going to face the front, and then I will turn around and face the back again. I want you to take one foot. I'm going to take my right foot, and I'm going to flick it to the corners of my room. I'm going to flick it over to my sofa side, and then I'm going to flick it over to my speaker side, and then I'm going to step on it. Then I'm going to go flick, flick, step. 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 But I'm not just going to leave you there, because that would be far too simple. We're going to put that together with a little chasse, okay? So we did the chasse earlier, side and side. Let's do that now with the two flicks and then a chasse. So pick up your right foot, look over to the corner, use your arms for balance. If you need to hang on to something, do so. Flick, flick, chasse. That leaves your left leg ready to go. The weight should still be on your right leg. Now, pick up the left leg, send it to the corner. We always cross our legs first. To cross the legs, and then we open the legs for the second flip. Across, open, chasse. Across, open, chasse. Across, open, chasse. And across, open, chasse. And across, open, chasse. Okay, so that's just linking a little flick where we're just standing on the spot and a little chasse together, okay? Nice little easy routine. We're going to put all four of those steps together, okay? So let me face the front. Let me start with my right foot. I'm going to do tap, step, and tap, step, tap, step. We're going to do everything in fours to make it really, really simple if this is the first time you've ever done it. If this is too simple for you and you have a basic understanding of the jive, please join me in about another hour's time at 4 o'clock. Yes, 4 o'clock today. I'm doing an improvers level jive where I assume you know all of this. We're just going to carry on, get into a routine and get very sweaty for an hour. Okay, we're just going to go for it. But this, like I say, is an absolute introduction. So plenty more of these classes coming up. Let's do this again. I did my tap and I stepped on it. And tap and step. I'm going to do 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to do my chasses. Side, 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 side. Let's go. Chasse, 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 and chasse. That's 4. Yes, nice and simple. 4 of everything. And then the number 3 one we did was the flicks in front. Flick, step, flick, step, flick, step, flick, step. If you're feeling really energetic, you could put a little hop in with those. You could do flick and flick and flick. I'm not going to do that too much because my floor is quite hard. And every time I bounce on it, the camera starts wobbling and you can hear a really bad echo. Wonders of teaching in the living room. But that's the idea. Flick and a flick and a flick and a flick. Clicking fingers is optional, okay? Helps me keep count. Last one, the 4th step, was the flick, flick to the corner and the little chasse. So we're going to do flick, flick, chasse, flick, flick, chasse, flick, flick, chasse, flick, flick, chasse. Now the drama, okay? Make it nice and exciting. The drama, as I chasse, I'm leaning over towards the side, extending my side as I go. So I've done my little kick, flick, flick. I stick my rib cage out and I do a little chasse. Be careful with your arms in your living room space, okay? I am very tall. My room is very small. I have to be very careful where my arms are going. But in an ideal world, I'd like to do this. Extend my arms as I do the chasse, okay? Real terms, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be going chasse and heading up towards the camera. Yes, just to scare the life out of you. Don't panic. Nearly over. Only another 10 minutes to go. We're nearly there. Okay, so let us do all of it together. 4 tap steps on the spot, 4 chasses side to side, the little flicks at the front, and then the flicks to the corners, and the little side chasse with the lines. Right. Here we go. And then I'll face the front and confuse you all. Right foot first. 5, 6, 7, and tap, step, tap, step, tap, step, tap, step. Chasse, 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 flick, 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 double flick, 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 chasse, flick, flick, chasse, flick, flick, chasse, flick, flick, chasse. Hopefully you're still with me. We're going to do all of that again, and then I'll do it all on the left foot. Okay, I have no idea whether I've got ladies or gents watching me, so we might as well practice doing it on both feet. It's always good to do these exercises, get you used to doing right and left. And like I say, this is just a little solo practice, so this is not what you literally do the whole routine with your partner, because you'd be partner dancing, so you're going to be in someone's hold, so you're not going to be kicking, because you'll be kicking your partner. Okay, once more, all on the right foot starting. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a kick, kick, chasse, kick, kick, chasse, kick, kick, chasse, kick, kick, chasse. Hopefully we're still okay. We're going to do all of that on the other foot. Okay, I am just looking at my screen here. I am just going to double click on the chat function, make sure nobody. I'm just going to type in the hi everyone there, just see if that's working. Yes, sometimes the little chat function seems to stop when I'm doing a live YouTube broadcast. I don't know why. Take some water, left foot. Do all of this on the left foot, because when I do it with the wonderful music, we're going to do one on each side. Let's go, left foot. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3 and 4, and a 5, 6, 7, 8. We've done it all to the right. We've done it all to the left. Whole thing all together. I'm not going to count every single step. I'm just going to shout at you which ones we're doing and keep up, because I'm going to run out of breath otherwise. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and tap, step. 4 chasses. 4 flick steps. Double flick and a chasse. Now the other side, and tap, 2, 3, 4, chasse, 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 flick, 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 chasse, flick, flick, chasse, flick, flick, chasse, flick, flick, chasse. Music. Let's do it with our lovely YouTube friendly music. We'll do it all on the right leg first. Five, 6, 7, and. On the left foot. Double flip. Right foot. You can put some more energy in if you've got it. Tap. Chasse. Flick it out. Hopefully we're okay. Oh, Andrew and Claire, everyone's there. Hi. I'm going to face you now. Right foot. 6, 7, and chasse. Left. Chasse. Flick it. Flick it. Right. Flick it. Oh, isn't it lovely music? Not at all like being in one of my normal lessons where we've got great music playing. But that's the way that YouTube is. We have to make sure that we're compliant with their rules and regulations on copyrighted music. Now, everyone breathe, including me. Little bit of a summary. So, we have learned about flicks. We've learned about chasses. We've learned about keeping that rhythm going. And we've learned that we could do that, just that simple 4-step routine, as much as we want, and we can get nice and hot and sweaty and burn off lots of calories. The jive is the drop a dress size dance, okay? When jive is done 35, 45 minutes a day, every day, like that, but at full pelt, and with the music fast, yes. Now, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put that music back to normal speed. Remember, I slowed it all the way down so that we could get the hang of it. That's going back to full speed, and we're only gonna concentrate on the right leg. Don't worry about the left leg. We're just gonna do it fast, yes? It's quite warm in my room today. The sun's been coming in today. It's a beautiful day. I've got all the windows open at the front, and my neighbours are probably wondering what on earth is going on, but I'm gonna turn the music up and put this up full speed ahead. You know how I like my jive? Those of you that have come to my normal classes in person, I love jive. I would do this all night if I had a choice. Just not to this music. we're nearly running out of time. We've looked at our social jive, we've looked at our social foxtrot, we've looked at the similarities between them. I've given you a few basic steps for you to practice. We've used the wonderful YouTube-friendly music. Look in the description underneath, click on the playlist on Spotify. Lots of great music. Let's turn that off. Now, if you've enjoyed that, more than welcome to join me in about an hour. 4 o'clock, I am doing the next level up, and we're just doing jive, and we're going to get a little bit sweaty, okay? So a little bit higher up, but I'm still going to break it down, but I'm going to assume that you know all the main things, okay? Oh, that's brilliant, Claire. Thank you. Claire says she's enjoyed the hour and Dean has enjoyed it too, which is great. Get all the family involved, get everyone doing it. Have a cup of tea. I will end this recording. Anyone that's watching this way in the future, thank you so much. If you want to check out my website, there's the self-promotion, all of my classes, lots of things online. Go check them out. Thank you so much and bye.